What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Shout out to all those beginner investors and traders out there. Y'all already know who it is. This is Cool Ray Valentine. I wanted to pop up on the block market and talk to y'all about scalping and taking profits just for a little second. Beginner to beginner investor and trader out there. Make sure if you are involved in GameStop in the fluctuations of the share price, AMC or any other stock that you have. If you are having, a hard time deciding whether or not you should take profit, I think you should. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not, an investing guru. Before you invest, I think you should, take some time to educate yourself, inform yourself. If you possibly can, talk to a financial advisor, before you decide to jump in the stock market, And the reason I say this is because we have a lot of people that are calling themselves analysts, and they have an opinion about what's going on with GameStop. Okay. One thing I've noticed, okay, at this point is there are a lot of people telling you to hold while they are potentially making profits. Okay. And they are using you to hold so that the price can keep going up and down so that they can continuously make profit until GameStop actually gamma squeezes or short squeezes again, which we really don't know if it will or if it won't. We might have already passed the short squeeze because of what happened in January and how they restricted trading on GameStop and AMC and a few other stocks. Okay, so this is the reason why, as a beginner investor, after watching this go on for about a month now, you just keep seeing all these different analysts pop up and, out of nowhere. And now they have thousands of viewers and thousands of views. And now everybody's a, professional or an analyst when it comes to GameStop or AMC. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video and talk to you beginner investors and traders out there, because there are a lot of people out there that are so-called analyzing this stock, and they're analyzing AMC or analyzing GameStop or some other stock that they're talking about it might potentially squeeze. And, they're talking about diamond hands and getting you to hold. And one thing that if you're not paying attention while you're holding, the price is fluctuating, and while you could be making thousands of dollars a week, you're literally just holding, waiting for GameStop to go to these marks that people keep screaming out: 500, 800, 1,000, 130,000, based on some computer algorithm and things like that. So, I would advise, that you be smart and not get caught up in all these analysts. I'm not saying that some of these guys aren't telling the truth. I'm not saying some of these guys aren't really, good at what they do, but for the most part, you do have to remember the more views that you click, every time you click, you have to remember whether they are right about the stock or not, they are generating viewers and subscribers, and that is just another way for them to make money. You see what I'm saying? Whether they hustling you about the stock or how they might be analysts, or they might be doing data analysts, how they analyze data or this, that, and the third, they know technical analysis or whatever the case is. They could be using other people's lingo, other people's strategies, tips. And even other people's breakdowns, and just, putting it in their own words, you see. So personally, I would advise you, excuse me for just sitting it there right now, my bad. Because I really just hope, you guys take some time to listen to this and just make some money. Don't, of course you gotta watch out, as far as not taking too much, because when you have to remember, you have to think about taxes, you know what I'm saying? So, me personally, after I made the substantial amount that I made with GameStop, I literally bought more stocks. I didn't really think about taking large profits because of the decrease in the market. So I was looking at buying a bunch of shares of whatever I could that I did my research on, so I could look up in the next 3 to 6 months, possibly a year, and double or triple those funds that I made profit off of GameStop. Excuse me for rambling. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say to you beginners, investors, and traders. Do not allow yourself to get caught up in all this hype, because the hype is going to drive GameStop price up anyway. I mean, if you are a GameStop shareholder, GameStop future is bright. I mean, with the moves that Ryan Cohen is making, and with him potentially, moving up, to direct everything, it's no telling where GameStop can go. I mean, it's so many different deals or agreements that they can potentially make. And with them trying to redevelop and revamp themselves into a technological space instead of a gaming, hub, which would be both, it's just a lot more that can take place with GameStop, with Tesla's Elon Musk neural networking. No telling who else is working on neural networking. You got to think about virtual reality. It's just so many different things that we potentially could see in the future when it comes to VR and gaming and computer. When it comes to technology and computers and stuff like that. So, like I said, this is for all the beginner investors and traders out there. Once again, remember, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. Just a beginner investor and trader that has been on this journey for about 3 years as far as investing, trading almost about a year, and I'm still learning. I'm still a beginner. I'm learning so much, but within this time, man, I've really learned a lot, man, and I've progressed and went far, in my opinion, in the last year, when I really, really started to, focus on how to trade and what stocks were, best for the future, and how I could profit off of other stocks to put money into the stocks that I want to hold long term to potentially add more growth. I mean, it's just so many different tricks and strategies that I'm learning that I'm thankful for, from other YouTubers, and just honestly paying attention to GameStop. I was so buried in, I was buried in GameStop, as far as analyzing it, reading up about it, reading up about the players, the potential, just me growing up in the gaming world. And, I mean, my brother is 10 years older than me, so I got to see an Atari, Coleco, Neo Geo, Nintendo, Genesis, Super Nintendo. So I could only imagine where it's going to go from here after the movies that we've seen, like Ready Player One and Gamer and Virtuosity, and I mean, I could just go on and on. Johnny Mnemonic. I mean, it's just so many different movies that's come out that's already given us an understanding of virtual reality, and that's my vision as far as where I see GameStop going and where they could potentially be if Ryan does the same thing that he did for Chewy. So That's just my opinion. Remember, you beginner investors and traders out there, don't get caught up with this hype, man. Get your profits, take profits. Right now, I'm in the AMC. As you can see, right now, I'm up $282, 22% on AMC. I definitely will grab more shares. I was catching it at like $5, which was awesome, so I'm going to keep on jumping on AMC as much as possible. GameStop, I'm just going to keep on making my little, $1,000, $2,000 a week if possible, because if it keeps shooting up to 130, 140, and I can make 3 or 4 G's, and then it come down to 110, 111, you can just buy back. And it's just, don't get caught up with holding. And now, like I said, GameStop is not going to go back under like $60, $70. And if it does, it's going to come back up, no doubt. And that's just my opinion. Remember, do your own research. But, don't allow yourself to get caught up with waiting for it to go to $1,000. If you got 50 shares, I get it. You saying to yourself, if it goes to $1,000, that's 50,000. Or if it goes to 10,000, that's what, 200,000 or whatever. It's just or 500,000, whatever the case is. But it's just I don't, that's it's been a month now, over a month. And, you have to remember that this is these people's game. They control it. So don't allow yourself to get caught up with the algorithms and, the analysts and them telling you to hold. And if you don't sell, if you sell, you got paper hands. Don't get caught up with these people that got more money than you probably. They're hurting in any way, shape, or form. For them, this is just another avenue or another this is another source of income, as far as YouTube and videos. So they're not in your position, so take your profits, learn how to buy back. Because in the last week, GameStop, if you literally have, 25 shares, 30 shares, 40 shares, GameStop has went up to 130 at least 4 times. You could have literally sold at 100, especially when it was at 170 bucks. You could have made some profit. Boom. It dropped all the way back down to like 90 bucks. You could have literally bought that 25 back, that 50 back. However many you sold, you could have literally bought back when GameStop dropped back down to like 90 something bucks. So, and then you'll keep buying at a price point that'll cause these short sellers to have to fill in at those prices. You see what I'm saying? So it'll be better as an investor to constantly fill in those positions where those short sellers will have to cover. That'll make the buying pressure go up a lot more. You holding shares that you bought down at $7 and $10, and that's why whatever gaps that are holes within those spaces when we were buying, that's why the stock could potentially drop back down there, because nobody was filling up those spaces, from what I can see as a beginner. And if, we don't keep that pressure up, it can drop back down to $30 or $80 or something like that. So when you constantly let the prices go up, and then you profit, and then it goes back down to 60, 70, 80 bucks, and then you buy back, you fill those holes, causing those short sellers to have to, buy at higher prices. So that's just from what I can see as a beginner, so, don't get caught up, please, man. Get your profits, make your money, grow your account, and don't allow these it's an analyst popping up out of nowhere. They all over the place. Like, it was about 5 people talking about GameStop when I first started researching GameStop about a year ago. Now everybody has something to say about GameStop. You know what I'm saying? It's just like unbelievable. So do not get caught up helping making these people make millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, while you're sitting around holding tens of thousands of dollars. You're holding, and you're losing because you have these people in your ear that are using you to hold so that they can constantly make money. So that's just my opinion. It's your boy Cool Ray Valentine. This is Hood Money Investing. Remember, you know what I'm saying, I'm a beginner investor like you, just trying to show you what's going on and what's taking place. Right now I'm down, in the last week, this is probably like probably about 10 grand. Robinhood doesn't keep, the exact percentage. They move it around because they don't want people to see what they, how much money people made, their percentage increase when GameStop jumped and other stocks. So, they maneuver a little bit, just to kind of cover their ass. So, right now I'm probably down like 10 grand, close to 10 grand for this week, for the month. It says I'm up 5 grand, but I mean, between January and now, I'm probably down like 30, over 30, something like that, 30,000. But that's just pretty much house money at that point. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm telling you guys, show you guys the worst, the best, the good, bad, and the ugly. Once again, it's your boy Cool Ray Valentine. This is Hood Money Investing, and take those profits off the block. Do not keep allowing these people to make money off of you while you sitting around holding, and they, scalping and buying back, and you literally are, contributing to them and their riches, So that's just my opinion. Please, do your research, do your homework before you jump on the market, man. It's Cool Ray Valentine, Hood Money Investing. I'm out of here.
They out there panicking right now. I can feel it. They out there. They're panicking. Look at them.
Now, you're not naive enough to think we're living in a democracy, are you, buddy? It's the free market. And you're part of it.
Something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. You got a minute?
After everything we've done for you.
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put you on the poorhouse at the same time. He didn't think we could do it. I won.
I lost. $1.
Thank you, Lewis.
After you.
Certainly.